Welcome to this 10-minute bedtime yoga that's going to help you to have a really peaceful sleep and quiet your mind so that you can fall asleep. So a lot of times we're just like crazy busy with so much going on in our lives, and when we try and go to sleep, the mind won't turn off. So this is an opportunity to do some poses, to focus inward, to quiet your mind so that you can have a truly restful sleep. So you'll want to have a blanket, some kind of rolled up blanket or rolled up towels. We're going to use that towards the end of our practice. So just make sure you have that handy and find a comfortable seat. If you need to sit on a blanket or a pillow or something to be able to sit comfortably, then do that. Just find a comfortable seat and close your eyes. And journey inward. Notice how it feels to breathe in and out through your nose. And we're going to do a pranayama, a breathing practice called Viloma breathing, where we're going to inhale 3 sips of air, pause, and then take a nice long slow exhale. Pause and repeat that cycle. So I'll talk you through the first few rounds, and then you can do a couple rounds on your own. So let's start together by exhaling the air out. And then we'll begin. Inhale, pause and hold. Inhale a little bit more, pause and hold. Inhale as much as you can, pause, hold, and then a nice slow, controlled exhale. Like sand moving through an hourglass. The bottom of your exhale, hold the air out. And again, inhale and pause. Inhale again and pause. Inhale again and pause at the top of your inhale. And now a long, slow exhale, letting all the air out. Again, inhale, pause and hold, no exhale. Inhale again, pause and hold. Inhale fully, pause and hold. Long, slow exhale, let everything release. And do 2 more rounds on your own. And after you finish those 2 rounds, just breathe without thinking about it. Breathe naturally and notice how it feels. Well, you can keep your eyes closed or open your eyes, it's up to you. We're going to do some work on our neck, a little bit of stretching of the neck. So first, sit up nice and tall, and then gently lower your right ear towards your right shoulder without trying to lift your shoulder up, just like it's just lowering in that direction. Now at the same time, think of lifting up through your left ear. Place your right hand kind of on the back left-hand corner of your head, and press your head back and up into your hand. Reach your left arm out to the side and start to do some figure 8s. Keep pushing your head up into your hand and resisting with your hand. Then release your head, let your head float back up to center. And continue moving your head across until your left ear is lowering towards your left shoulder. Lift up through the right ear. Take your left hand on the right rear corner of your head so you can press back and up into your hand. Stretch the right arm out to the right and start to do those gentle figure 8s. So you're externally and internally rotating your shoulder. Keep pushing your head up into your hand. Then release your hand. Let your head float back up again. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Draw your elbows in and round through your spine. Keep pushing your head back up into your hands and feel the stretch spread across. your whole back. Let your chin lower into your chest and let your back round. Keep pushing your head up into your hands. And then when you release your hands, notice how your head just naturally floats up. And we'll do some cat-cows here. So on your inhale, let the breath draw your chest forward. And on your exhale, let your breath pull you back. And just continue to move back and forth. Nice, come back to center. Place your right hand on your mat, either close to your body or further away, it's up to you, and stretch your left arm up and over. And then you can bend your right elbow if you want, lowering your elbow to the floor, and then lift up and lower. Notice the difference when you lower your elbow down, it's a little more of a stretch. When you straighten it up, it's a little less. So just go at your own pace, back and forth between this gentle movement. And resist the temptation to move quickly. On your next inhale, keep coming all the way up. Bring your left hand down. Reach your right arm up and over. And same thing here. Try not to drop your chin forward and try not to drop your shoulder forward. So just open them as much as you can comfortably. We want this to be pretty easy. Not a lot of effort. Just a lot of attention. Next time you come up, come back up to seated, interlace your hands behind your back and lift your hands away from your back, away from the floor. And then see if you can bow forward. Inhale, pull your hands back to lift yourself up. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, lift up again. Separate your hands, bring your hands over your head, flip your palms up, reach your arms up. Draw your belly in, your low ribs in, and stretch over to the right and over to the left. Release your hands and continue twisting to the left. Inhale, back up through center, and exhale, twist to the right. One more time each side. Inhale, lift up, find a nice twist as you exhale. And inhale, float your arms back up, find a nice twist as you exhale. Let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. Walk your knees back and set your hips back onto your heels for a child's pose. Now we're going to go back and forth from child's pose to cat, but we're going to add a little bit of circle to that. So first let's go forward and back. So round forward and lift your hips and arch back. And then when you round forward, roll to the right and all the way back to center and lift your tailbone up and circle to the left and back down. So you're rolling and circling, doing those cat-cow movements. Nice, easy movements. Now let's switch the direction of the circles. Come back to child's pose. Walk your hands over to the right. Lower your right ribs down, lift your left ribs up, and reach your left arm over and across. Inhale, walk back to center, and exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Bring the left ribs down, lift the right ribs up, and reach your right arm over and across. Nice, and come back to center. Come back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, walk your feet back into a squat. Bring your hands behind you, walk your feet forward, coming back onto your mat, and slowly lower onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. And rock around on your knees. Rock around on your hips, so circle your knees to rock around on your hips. Reverse the direction of your circles. And cross the right ankle above the left knee. Thread your right arm in between your legs. And interlace your fingers either on the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. Just nice, easy movements here. And switch sides, same thing, other side. Nice, easy, gentle movements. Uncross your legs, float your arms and legs up for a dead bug pose. Just let your shoulders relax on the ground, hips on the ground, low back on the floor, and your arms and your legs just hovering. Now draw your knees into your chest, reach your arms over your head, and bring your feet down as wide as your mat, so nice and wide apart from each other. Take a big inhale here and get a little longer through your spine, and then exhale, twist your knees to the right. Inhale back to center and twist them to the left. And just glide back and forth. Nice and slow. And pull your knees up again. And you can either have your knees hugged into your chest or your legs at 90-90. We're just going to twist our legs over to the right, all the way to the floor. Feel free to prop your blanket or a pillow underneath your legs or between your knees. And you can turn your head to the left. We'll stay here a few breaths. And pull your left hip down and twist all the way over to the left with your head turned to the right. Relax here. Now bring your right hand over to the left, so you can just use your hands to press your way back up to a comfortable seat. Take your blanket roll and place it perpendicular to your mat. And you want to lie with the blanket any place on your back that's comfortable. So it's nice to have it right up by the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, not all the way up to the shoulders. We want to create a curve in our back. And just let gravity do all the work. Allow yourself to relax here. Just a few more breaths here on this blanket roll. And bend your knees, roll to your side so you can slide the blanket roll out of the way. Lower back onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. And stretch out into a short savasana or a longer one. If you're ready to go to bed right now, you might just have a short savasana and climb right into bed. If you are just winding down and still have a few more things to do before bed, hopefully they're just something that isn't going to overstimulate you again, you could spend a little more time here. So thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that you have a deep, restful sleep. I would love to hear from you in the comments below or send me an email. And I hope to see you again soon.